Letitia James is the absolute worst possible poster child for the argument of selective prosecution. Her entire political career has been on the idea of selectively prosecuting one person, Donald J. Trump. Whether you think the merits of the case are strong or weak, or how you think it's going to play out, going out tonight and crying and whining and fussing about selective prosecution when it comes to Letitia James, who ran an entire campaign saying she was going to go after Trump. The cases she brought, it was only because of Trump. I don't think the American people are going to have too much sympathy for it. But she'll get to go to court. She'll get to make her arguments, and we'll see what happens. You know what's interesting? She named all the things she was mad at Trump over, but then she went after him on mortgage fraud as a civil case, which just always struck me as, I've just got to find something here to satisfy my political base. Also, I don't understand why being a political foe of Donald Trump makes you immune from having to follow the law. If she did it,
her case
then a jury will, adjudicate.
Her case was not an $18,000 case, was it? It was millions case. If you buy
but Judge, there's not a qualifier.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that was a case. That's a case that any prosecutor. I was a former federal prosecutor. Okay. No prosecutor would have brought this case for $18,000. It's just too small. That's the way it works. But for millions, which it wasn't brought, this was not an indictment against Trump. It was a civil case.
She tried to bankrupt him. She tried to ruin his life and try to make it so he couldn't run for president.
So what are we going to do?
She brought forward a case that she thought was meritorious, and it was found that it was meritorious.
By the way, thank God she failed in her ultimate goal. Otherwise, we wouldn't be bringing these hostages
Scott,
on Monday.
Wasn't the argument about that case, that civil case that she brought, that there were no victims to the alleged wrongdoing?
That was always
wasn't that the argument?
One of the
then wouldn't, if you were to apply that to this situation, how do you justify then charging her over $18,000, which by the way, again, like, those are allegations. We don't know if there were communications between her and the mortgage company about the change of a change of status for the property or anything like that. We don't know about that. But do you think that this is more of a crime with a victim than the one against Trump?
I can only read back to you her own words. When powerful people cheat to get better loans, it comes at the expense of hardworking people. That's what James said. That's the standard she applied to Trump.
So you think that applies to Trump then?
I think we're.
I mean, she thought it did.
So Scott, hold on. Do you think that applies to Trump? If you think it applies to her, fine.
I'm giving you her justification for prosecuting him was that.
Do you think it
I
applies?
I don't know why they wouldn't apply.
Listen, as they say, two wrongs don't make a right. She's either wrong about Trump or you're wrong about Trump. Which one is it?
No, look, she brought the case. She went through the process in New York. What happened happened. Now she's got a case against her.
So Trump's case was legitimate then, in your mind?
I don't think it should have ever been brought. I think it was a travesty.
But you can't have it both ways. One way with Trump and one way with
Tish. They're two different cases.
They are not. You cannot have them two different ways.
Go ahead, Tish.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
No. Oh, no. No.